what do you mean black doesn't suit me? And I decided on that because I can't wear black successfully. I have to use a lot of little tricks in that because it just doesn't do anything for me. It actually makes me look very old, which you will see later on. So I was just wondering, has anybody here been to an image consultant or had their colours done? You have, Deb? Yeah, and did you just have your colours done or did you have a whole...
I had the whole wardrobe.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the, your shape and size and what sort of necklines and sleeves and... It's
and
really good.
Yeah, and you found that to be helpful?
It's really good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Really good, that's great. Is anybody else?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Is anybody else?
we actually did a session with Helen for the junior accountants, didn't we? And then I decided I'd have it done. And yes, I had all black and white, of course, boring colours. And so I started to, and I must admit, I was a bit sceptical, because it did take a while for us to try and work out what the colours were. But now I take my little swatch, much to the horror of the shop assistants I was saying to Helen, because they get annoyed because there's no clothes in there that usually are on the swatch. But when I buy stuff, which is, for instance, this jacket, this scarf, I get more comments than I did before. Definitely get more comments. So, by the way, the hair colour's still wrong, apparently.
But I did reprimand Chris before it, and she'll have to stay back after school today. Okay. Well, that's great. Cause I just wanted to explain what an image consultant does, because it's very different to just having a makeover where someone would do like blow wave your hair, put your makeup on, and maybe buy you an outfit and send you off. Because you'll wash your makeup off, you wash your hair, and then you're left with no tools to be able to create that image again and again and again. And it's about having the right tools to have your wardrobe so you're wearing 90% of your wardrobe, not 10%. And most people only wear 10%, and the other 90%, which you've invested a hell of a lot of money in, sits there. Is anybody with tags on? Yeah, well, yeah, I've seen a lot of wardrobes with tags on. Yeah, so the idea of the colour is you do it, and I'll just give you a little quick demo here. I mean, to have a consultation, it's quite in depth. There's a lot we go through. But for tonight's presentation, I'm going to just work on cool and warm. People are either cool, warm or neutral, but for tonight's purposes we'll just do cool and warm. And I have warm undertones, so if I put this drape up against me like that, if you do the eye test where you shut your eyes and open your eyes will fall on my face first and then what I'm wearing. However, if I turn it around and I put the cool colours there, which are not my colour, when you do the eye test and you shut your eyes and open your eyes, you'll actually see this colour first, and then you'll see my face. These are beautiful colours, but just not on me. So that's what this is all about. So you have a colour consultation, and as Chris said, you get a swatch in your profile, and that's yours to keep. Then you also would do the body shape, which Deb was saying she had, and it's the same, I do the same program. We do vertical and horizontal measurements. Now, those horizontal measurements won't change. That's how you create your balance. So we take all those, run them through a computer program, and you'll get a analysis that suits your body shape. So whether you lose weight or put it on, whether you are long or short in the torso or long and short in the legs won't change. And that's how you create the balance. And what I mean by that is when you look at someone, all of us, it's in our DNA, we look at their head, we look at their feet, and we bring them together. And if there's something out of balance, that's what we'll focus on. So I'll get into that more in a moment, but that's why that's also important, just as important. There's also the wardrobe audit, which, as I said before, you've got a lot of clothes in your wardrobe, you should be wearing all of them, not just some of them. So you take each, when you have this sort of information, you take each piece out, you work out if it's the right colour, is it the right style, do you have anything to go with it? and quite often you don't, and especially shoes, and we talk a lot about shoes. So you make a list, and then when you finish with the list you go shopping, and then you start getting a wardrobe that works together. But it won't happen overnight, but it will happen, and it can take up to a year or two to start filtering other clothes through. But because we spend so much money on clothes, we spend so much time trying to get it right, it is actually an investment for yourself. So it's an education and an investment. I just want to make that clear and not just say, because it's very different to just styling. This is all about everyday clothes. So, and the reason we do that is because only 30% of the population can successfully wear black. So that leaves 70% in limbo. I just want to talk a little bit more about the top and the top of the head and the feet. This is a client that I had recently, and as you can see, when she came to see me, her hair, it was started to go grey, so she had a rinse put through it, and it was very beige. Now she's got stunningly blue eyes, but because her hair was beige, she was wearing a lot of browns and greens and those more warm colours. That's just a tinted moisturiser on it. That's not even a heavy foundation. I used this wig here because I didn't have anything better. So this is just a costume wig. But I wanted to show her with the platinum hair. And as you can see, with these colours draped around her, she looks $1 million. So your hair is an accessory. It's part of your dressing. It's not just there, it's there. And that's why I've worn what I've got on today, and hopefully everybody saw me outside. But when you look at my feet and you look at my hair, I just all of a sudden I blend all the way through. It is a flow through of my clothes, and I'm going to demonstrate with some other shoes here so we can get some really good ideas. Just talking about body shape, they are the measurements. Once again, there's many different body shapes. But it doesn't matter what shape you are, you can learn how to lengthen or shorten to make yourself appear taller and thinner.
I like that one.
And the colour will make you look younger. So younger, taller, thinner. And you really don't have to do much else, if you've got the tools, you can start.